Welcome to the Grim Tapes. Tonight, we unravel one of the darkest and most controversial conspiracy theories whispered across the deepest corners of the internet and echoed by investigative journalists and independent researchers, the Ninth Circle. Is it a myth, a psychological metaphor for power abuse, or a horrifying real-world secret society hidden in plain sight? Over the next few hours, we will take you on a meticulously researched journey, tracing the origins, examining the alleged rituals, analyzing real-life testimonies, and asking the critical question, could the Ninth Circle actually exist? Origins of the Ninth Circle. The Ninth Circle was first mentioned in relation to Dante Alighieri's Divine Comedy, where it was described as the deepest, most treacherous layer of hell, reserved for traitors. However, in modern conspiracy lore, the term has taken on a far more sinister and literal interpretation. It is said to be a secret cult composed of the global elite, politicians, royalty, bankers, and members of religious institutions. This theory suggests that the name was adopted to symbolize the group's belief that they operate beyond any moral or divine accountability. This theory began gaining traction in alternative media circles in the early 2000s. Allegations included shocking claims of child abuse, human trafficking, and ritualistic sacrifices. But who started these rumors? And why did they persist? Some say it was a campaign of disinformation. Others believe whistleblowers risked everything to expose a horrifying truth. The alleged members. Various names have been linked to the Ninth Circle, though often without verifiable proof. Anonymous testimonials and obscure leaks claim the involvement of high-ranking individuals in governments, religious organizations, and multinational corporations. These claims are often dismissed as delusions or part of broader conspiracy networks, but certain patterns continue to emerge. Notably, certain testimonies mention ceremonies allegedly taking place in Europe, particularly in Belgium, the Netherlands, and parts of Eastern Europe. Secret forests, private estates, and historic cathedrals are said to host meetings. Could all of this be an elaborate work of fiction, or is there truth buried under the layers of denial? Rituals and symbolism. One of the most chilling aspects of the Ninth Circle conspiracy is the alleged use of satanic or occult rituals. These are said to involve ancient rites, blood offerings, and esoteric symbols. Many point to real-world references, photos of masked gatherings, leaked videos, or murals in high-profile buildings that depict disturbing imagery. Is it possible that these rituals serve a symbolic purpose? Or are they part of something much darker? Some researchers draw connections to ancient Babylonian and Roman practices, arguing that the Ninth Circle might be a continuation of a tradition of elite ritualism masked by cultural and philanthropic facades. The whistleblowers. Several individuals have claimed first-hand knowledge of the Ninth Circle. Most notable among them is Kevin Annett, a former minister and activist who brought forward disturbing allegations about abuse within religious institutions. He linked several elite figures to ritual crimes, naming the Ninth Circle as a key player. Critics call his work speculative, yet it has garnered a substantial following and inspired further investigation. Other whistleblowers have posted anonymously online, citing fear for their lives. While many of these stories lack corroboration, some match known historical cases of systemic abuse, giving them a haunting sense of plausibility. Investigations and cover UPS. Have there been official investigations into these claims? The answer is complicated. Certain police operations in Belgium and the UK, such as the infamous Dutrix case, have hinted at deeper, more organized networks. However, these cases often end in incomplete prosecutions, suspicious suicides, and destroyed evidence. Is this mere incompetence, or a calculated effort to protect high-level figures? Journalists who have pursued these leads often report surveillance, threats, or sudden career ruin. Could the suppression of information be the strongest evidence that something truly dark is being concealed? Media representation. The Ninth Circle theory has occasionally surfaced in books, documentaries, and even fictionalized media. Shows like True Detective and Eyes Wide Shut echo the aesthetic and narrative themes associated with elite ritualism. Are these coincidences, creative metaphors, or attempts to mask truth in fiction? Moreover, public fascination with secret societies such as the Illuminati or Skull and Bones feeds into the allure of the ninth circle. Whether intended or not, media portrayals blur the line between fantasy and reality, making it harder to distinguish what's true. Cultural impact and paranoia. Conspiracy theories can be damaging, particularly when they lead to baseless accusations or moral panic. However, they can also serve as mirrors reflecting society's deepest fears, of power without accountability, of hidden corruption, and of being manipulated. Whether or not the ninth circle is real, the theory speaks volumes about how distrustful people have become of institutions. The alleged horrors associated with it tap into a growing belief that elite circles are capable of unimaginable evil behind closed doors. Psychology behind the myth. Why do such theories gain traction? Experts in psychology argue that humans are drawn to pattern recognition and fear-based storytelling. The ninth circle combines both, a structured narrative with identifiable villains and a moral cause. In chaotic times, these stories provide a strange form of order and meaning. But it's also worth asking, what if these are more than psychological crutches? What if, buried under the myths, lies a grain of terrifying truth? Verifiable truths versus fiction. In this chapter, we examine the actual evidence available. Public records, leaked documents, and testimonies are weighed against what's provably false or unverifiable. The goal is not to sensationalize, but to discern the patterns and anomalies that deserve further scrutiny. It's important to maintain a critical mindset. Not every shocking claim is a lie, but neither is every lie a hidden truth. Viewers must use reason, caution, and deep inquiry to form their conclusions. So, is the ninth circle real or a grand delusion? Our journey through history, testimonies, leaked documents, psychological analysis, and cultural context has shown just how complex and murky this theory is. While many claims remain unverified, the patterns, consistencies, and repeated suppression of investigation raise disturbing possibilities. As always, the truth may be somewhere in between. But one thing is certain, conspiracies thrive in shadows. And unless we keep asking questions, those shadows will only grow darker. Thank you for watching this episode of the Grim Tapes. If this deep dive intrigued you, disturbed you, or made you question what lies behind the curtain of power, we invite you to subscribe to the channel. Like this video if you found it thought-provoking. And most importantly, comment below with your thoughts. Do you believe the ninth circle is real? Have you ever come across any stories or evidence that made you stop and think? Let us know what you think. Your perspective could be the key to uncovering the next chapter. Until next time, stay aware, stay skeptical, and keep watching the shadows.